So we have an update on the New York City attempted terror attack. The two teenagers involved, Muhammad number 1 and Muhammad number 2, were ISIS inspired, and they wanted this to be bigger than the Boston Marathon bombing that claimed 3 lives back in 2013. Let's talk about it. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today I bring you an update on the attempted New York City terror attack in which 2 young men, Muhammad number 1, age 18, and Muhammad number 1, age 19, traveled from Pennsylvania over in Bucks County near Philadelphia, not Butler near Pittsburgh, which I said yesterday, that's where Trump got hit. But anyway, they traveled from there to New York City with shrapnel bombs loaded with TATP, a highly explosive material. They were inspired by the radical Islamic group called ISIS, and they wanted this to be bigger than the Boston Marathon bombing of 2013. Remember that with the pressure cooker? 3 people died in that situation, and may they rest in peace. Prayers out to the family. Thank God no one was hurt, no one lost their lives, and shout out to the police and everyone else for being vigilant in this situation. Now, before I go any further, let's get straight to a few clips. Of course, I will link to everything in the description box if you want to see it and hear it without my commentary. If you're on IG, Facebook, etc., visit the link in the bio, go to the corresponding article on the website. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
In chaotic moments unfolding outside the New York City mayor's mansion.
And then tell everyone else.
Video shows 18-year-old Amir Balat jumping over a demonstrator and launching an explosive device the FBI says failed to detonate, rattling authorities for what could have been.
These were ISIS-inspired actions. And it is chilling that they wanted to do something more than the Boston Marathon, more than 3 deaths.
The 2 suspects charged in Saturday's thwarted attack at Gracie Mansion, 19-year-old Ibrahim Kayumi and Balat, who flashed a sign largely seen as supporting ISIS when leaving a Manhattan police precinct Monday, now facing a slew of federal counts tied to terrorism.
The defendants are charged with attempting to provide material support to ISIS, using a weapon of mass destruction, transporting explosive materials.
The FBI and NYPD say the teens ignited 2 devices and repeatedly referenced the terror group after their arrest, with Balat requesting a pen and paper, according to the complaint, and writing, "I pledge my allegiance to the Islamic State. Die in your rage." Police say it was one of their many hair-raising references to terror.
As Kayumi was being placed into an NYPD vehicle following his arrest, a person in the crowd asked why he had done this. Kayumi responded with ISIS.
On Monday, authorities scoured a storage unit in Pennsylvania they say is tied to the attack. A grateful Mayor Mamdani, who was not at Gracie Mansion when anti-Islam demonstrators sparred with counter-protesters, praised the NYPD's courage.
They faced a chaotic situation that very quickly could have become far more dangerous.
An attorney yesterday representing Balat told us that he's 18 and he's got some complicated stuff going on in his personal life, and there is a lot to figure out about this young man. He did not deny that his client tried to detonate a device. During yesterday's court appearance, lawyers for both men requested they be placed in protective custody, guys, and it is incredibly lucky that in all of this, nobody was amazingly seriously injured.
You're right. Thank you, Sam. Thank you.
Now, look, I don't care what you got going on in your life. I couldn't care less, because at the end of the day, everybody has things going on. No one's life is perfect. That does not give you a license or an excuse to go out there and try to hurt people. So, yeah, they're going to throw the whole book at you, and I hope they throw you up under the penitentiary, big rocks to little rocks, for the rest of your life. Okay, now let's keep on going. Let's keep going here, because there's more to the story. Now, CNN, you guys really did this. So look, CNN deletes tone deaf post downplaying moment suspected terrorists hurled bombs near Gracie Mansion, quote unquote, enjoying the city. Now, here's the post. 2 Pennsylvania teenagers crossed into New York City Saturday morning for what could have been a normal day, enjoying the city during abnormally warm weather. You know, kids just coming from Pennsylvania, enjoying the weather. You know, not radical Islamic extremists. Nah. But let me continue. But in less than an hour, their lives were drastically changed as the pair would be arrested for throwing homemade bombs during an anti-Muslim protest outside of Mayor Zohran Mamdani's home. here's what we know so far. This was a crazy, crazy thing to write. Now, maybe they're going to say this is AI doing this. No. Because at the end of the day, whatever you post, you're responsible for. But I'm glad they went ahead and deleted it because the backlash was serious. But we're not going to forget Pepperidge Farm, the internet, your wife, anybody, they're not going to forget, okay? We're not going to forget, okay? Let's keep on going here. Now, here's a moment, a crazy moment where one of the Muhammads, I'm not really caring about what the actual names are, but one of the Muhammads is lighting the bomb, okay? And there's the other Muhammad right there. And again, he lit one and threw it, it didn't detonate. He got another one from the other Muhammad, lit that, and it didn't detonate. God was on New York City's side on that day. But let's watch this right quick, shall we?
Get a circle. Guys, you stay back. Just turn around, get stay back, guys.
Hey, shout out to NYPD for being right there, right on the ball. And my man right here, shout out to him, okay? As soon as he saw him hop the barrier, he was right over the barrier behind him. And it wasn't just him, it was all of the NYPD swarming on him. But shout out to NYPD. You guys rushed to the danger, rushed to the problem rather than running away from it. So shout out to you. And speaking about my man right here, he has a name, okay? His name, Chief Aaron Edwards, okay? NYPD, they put out this picture, iconic picture. Shout out to Chief Aaron Edwards. And you see what they said. Some heroes wear capes. Chief Aaron Edwards wears blue. So again, shout out to him. And that's him. I'm not sure what news station this is. If y'all know, let me know. But he was out there in the news, hanging out with the newscasters. So shout out to, again, Chief Aaron Edwards. Salute to you, bro. This is about the marathon bombing. Remember, hundreds injured, 3 dead. And this came from a pressure cooker. I don't know how they had it set up, but this was a pressure cooker that they had. And then they just, Allahu Akbar, then now you got all kind of carnage. This is a thing that happens on occasion with the radical Islamic extremists. No one can say that I'm lying. Everyone knows I'm telling the truth. Not all Muslims are terrorists. Not all Muslims are bad, but some of them are, and we all know it. Now, to go back to that storage unit they went to in the beginning, they found some more explosive stuff in there. So it looks like these guys had some kind of arsenal prepared for more. And my question is, did they act alone? The guy said he did it for ISIS. Were they being funded by some kind of ISIS group, some kind of ISIS sympathetic group? What's going on here?
Hi, Dana. Well, overnight, the investigation escalated once again. Federal sources telling me more IEDs were discovered in a Pennsylvania storage unit connected to this case. You can hear an explosion as the bomb squad conducted a controlled detonation to safely remove these devices for further analysis.
My question is, are these the same shrapnel bombs? Were they different bombs? Did they find bomb-making material? Were the bombs already finished? That's what I want to know. That's $1 million question. Now, these two men came from rich families over there in Pennsylvania, Bucks County. Check it out.
Fox News Digital captured these images of the homes of the two suspects, both located in Bucks County, Pennsylvania. Both men are U.S. citizens. One suspect's parents, naturalized U.S. citizens from Turkey, the other naturalized U.S. citizens from Afghanistan. An attorney for Amir Balat on the left said his client was a high school senior with, quote, complicated stuff going on in his personal life. Ibrahim Kayumi on the right graduated from high school in 2024, according to a Pennsylvania school district.
younger and younger individuals who are radicalizing and mobilizing to violence. And this is taking place against the backdrop of social media, the dynamics of online culture. It's not limited to ISIS, it's across the ideological spectrum.
Both men are being held without bail and are due back in court early next month.
So there you have it. Now, look, I don't care what you got going. Like I said earlier, I don't care what you got going on in your life, what is happening with your world, what social media you looking at. If you doom scrolling and you get radicalized, look, at the end of the day, as I close, you do something like that, you're going to the penitentiary forever. If you don't, lose your life. Simple as that. And I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? What's your opinion about this whole situation? ISIS inspired. They wanted to be bigger than the Boston Marathon. These guys are being radicalized on their phone or wherever. Social media was not really a thing when other people had done certain things. Back in 2013, what was the excuse then? 9/11, what was the excuse for that? It's always something. It's always something linked to Islam. And again, I know that the majority of you guys are peaceful. I know. I get it. But guess what? Some of y'all, too many of y'all, are Allahu Akbar. Some of y'all do that all over the world. Everyone knows it. It's not a secret. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.